Cooking with Gloria. Today I want to share with you a very delicious recipe. It's going to be sopes with chorizo and potato. They come out delicious. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. My ingredients. I have garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, table salt, onion, tomato, potatoes, 1 green bell pepper, chorizo made at home, and of course you already have that recipe on my channel, sopes, and you have step by step how to prepare these delicious sopes on my channel. So let's get started and let's make this delicious recipe at home. I want to start with the chorizo. I have the chorizo here. Let's go to the stove. My pan is nice and hot, and I'm just going to go ahead and let them cook covered for about 10 to 15 minutes in medium-low heat. While my chorizo is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and rinse all my veggies. I'm going to start with the tomatoes and then my potatoes, and at the end my bell pepper. We want to make sure that we rinse everything really good. Once everything is nice and rinsed, I'm going to go ahead and start with my tomatoes. I want to cube my tomatoes in small pieces, and all the veggies are going to be cut almost the same size so that they all incorporate completely into the chorizo. Look at this. Just like that, I'm going to continue with the other tomato, and the same thing I'm going to do with my onion. Just make sure that everything is almost the same size so that when you add all these little veggies into the potato and the chorizo, everything looks delicious and amazing. My bell pepper, I'm cutting it just the same. And now I'm going to transfer everything to this plate. And I'm going to continue with my potatoes. I'm cutting the edges off, and then I'm going to peel it completely, making sure that there's no little spots of brown on my potato. We want to go ahead and peel every single one. Every single one. We want to make sure that we cube them in small little pieces. When you cut them like this, the potato is not going to take too long before the potato gets really nice and soft. And that's why I'm cutting it in little squares, just like this. Let me show you how they look. Just like that. I'll continue cutting the rest of my potatoes, and I am sure that the chorizo is already getting nice and cooked and separating really nicely. I have everything here, and now let's go to the stove. Let's see how the chorizo is cooking. Look at this. It's cooking on the same juices, and if you could tell, this chorizo doesn't have too much oil. This chorizo was made at home. And I'm just going to mix it around. When it's getting nice and crispy just like that, that's when you're going to go ahead and add the tomato, the bell pepper, and the onion. You want to incorporate all these veggies inside so that they start releasing the delicious flavor to the chorizo. You're going to mix it in, let it cook for just a couple minutes. When you can no longer see the little pieces of tomato, then we're going to go ahead and remove it. We're going to transfer it to a plate because we're using the same pan to cook our potatoes. I added just a little bit of vegetable oil so that I could cook my potato. And here I am ready to add the salt, the garlic powder, the onion powder, and the black pepper. Let's incorporate everything completely to the potato. We're gonna cover it and let it cook for just a couple minutes. When they start getting nice and brown, just like this, then this is the time when we are going to go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. We're going to add the chorizo with all those delicious flavors. My mouth is already watering because it's going to taste amazing. Let's incorporate everything. We're gonna cook it just for a little bit. Look at this. This is completely done. I'm gonna go ahead, put it aside, and now I am ready to start frying my sopes. My oil is really nice and hot, and that's exactly how you want your oil. You wanna make sure that when you add your sopes, the oil is really hot so that the sope doesn't absorb all that excessive oil. It's going to be on that side for just 1 or 2 minutes, and then we're gonna flip them and we're gonna cook them for 1 more minute. After this, make sure that you have ready a plate with some napkins, so when you take your sopes out of the oil, you put them right on top of the napkins so that you could take away the excessive oil. Look at this. They are nice and crispy. Now I am totally ready to start adding the delicious chorizo con papas. This looks amazing. My home smells delicious. I can't wait for the presentation. And of course, I really want to taste this delicious sope con chorizo y papas. I'll see you in a bit. With these delicious sope with chorizo and papa. Of course that I have combined it with a chayote squash lemonade that you already have on my channel. I added some fresh cheese and some red salsa, king taco salsa. Of course you could add some lettuce on the top. I'm just having it just like that. Of course that I'm going to add some red salsa, king taco salsa that you already have on my channel. And let's see how this came out. Excuse me. This sope tastes amazing. And with this chayote lemonade, perfection. I hope, my friends, you can make these delicious sopes at home. Enjoy them with the family like I enjoy them here. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share my video on social media so more people get to know Cooking with Gloria. Don't forget to push that notification bell. And if you did, leave it activated so every time I make a delicious recipe, you are going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying this delicious chorizo con papas sopes. See you on my next delicious recipe. Bye-bye.